Hi guys, welcome to more Sherlock. We're picking it up where we left off over in New Orleans. We just finished dealing with this guy over here in this shack who thought he was being chased by a lower of death, and we found out, no, actually he was just poisoned by his sister-in-law. So he was on a bad trip. But then we need to go to that houseboat over there and talk to this Lucy person, or talk to this champagne person. Lucy told us to look for this person. This is the woman at the Nymph of Louisiana. Told us we should go and speak to Champagne, who knows everything about New Orleans, because we're trying to figure out who A is, the jewel seller. Who is the person who's been selling all these jewels that has been funding things at the Black Edelweiss Institute, and what has it got to do with all these people getting kidnapped and stuff, and all the abductions? I made a start on this, actually. I was just looking at it before the stream, and it's like, well, when it comes to the goldy, beigey, yellowy colored one, the plaque with the philanthropists is obviously going to be what we need, because it does have, we were told by the person at the bank that it's one of their, like, patron philanthropists, who was, like, apparently the person who sold these gems. She wasn't going to tell us who, because they wanted privacy, but she was like, if you're worried about their repute, their, like, level of repute, it's one of the philanthropists who funds the bank, and there was a plaque on the wall. So if we're looking for A, the other person we were looking for is R. Well, none of the first initials begin with A, but there is an R. But we aren't looking for R right now, we're looking for A. So we've got the top three there: H. Armitage, E. Aronson, and J. Atkinson. Given the fact that one of those three is in a zone here on this map that we can actually go to, I'm gonna say it's probably E. Aronson. We go down the phone book and we look for Aaron A. Aronson, shall we? You know, put in a call. Yeah, it's probably them, but we have to, you know, go with the flow, as it were. So we're gonna go and see what this lady here, Anne has two dogs, I remember now.
Tocqueville? Lafayette! Hush now. No offense here. Them two don't take kindly to gents, especially foreigners. How can Champagne help you? Trip to the bayou? Feeding a huge crocodile?
Some
I'd rather
other
not.
time, perhaps. Word has it you know everything that goes on round these parts.
Maybe, maybe not. What you want to know?
The bank in town recently purchased a valuable collection of gemstones from a wealthy man. What do you know of it?
Sure. I hear everything. This time I tell you for free. Next time, you pay.
Thank you.
That's fine, because I'm only asking you one thing. I'm never going to have to
2
pay
weeks
you.
ago, rich man's butler sold him some black opals.
And this rich man is?
Don't know his name, only that he from the French Quarter. Folk back in town could take you there. That's all I know. You need a boat? I hire him out for dollars. Or a bottle of you-know-what.
Thank you for the offer and the help.
I don't know what exactly does she want. A bottle of you-know-what. There's lots of bottles of many things, my dear. You need to expand on that a wee bit. Okay. Did we really learn anything useful here? So she shared information about a black opal trader, rich man from the French Quarter. There we go. I kind of feel like we probably have everything we need for this then. So what do we have from the banking house? Pieces of evidence leading to New Orleans. Kidnappers are using the services of the bank house to sell gems. Poster promoting the auction at E.W. Gray Bank House will sell black opals. We know there's an opal trader in the French Quarter, and we know that from the bank plaque, one of them is in the French Quarter and they're a philanthropist. Yeah, it's in here, actually. This is the piece of information I was wondering if we had. At the very bottom, bank clerk slipped information the black opals were bought from an upstanding city philanthropist. That probably gets the job done. Yes. Most likely Mr. E. Arnson. See, Sherlock's catching up. I have the benefit of knowing that this is a video game, though. So he still needs to deduce that. I had meta information he didn't know. Most likely the jewel seller who stands behind the A in the telegram from the Edelweiss Institute is E. Arnson from the French Quarter. You know what? If they were smart, but they're not smart. But if they were smart, guys, he wouldn't go by his actual initial, you know? That'd be like the initial of an unknown secret name, and it may still be in the French Quarter, but he could be Mr. Carter. You know, it's like, but I go by A to my friends. Why? There's no A in, like, your first or second initial. It's like, yes, but that's kind of the point. But no, these people just can't help but being clever by being dumb. So we're going to ask around about this guy. Let's go talk. We can't talk to her again, I bet. She's like, nope, you only get one piece of information for free. But if we go to the French Quarter, which is... That's the fisherman's, there's the Creole Quarter. Oh, we can't go to the French Quarter. Maybe if we go around the Harbour Master area, we head that way, we could talk to people. Turns out we can't go to the French Quarter. What about this guy? He knows everybody.
Could you help me?
I've heard about that. Let me tell you.
My man. He knows everything. He knows everything, this guy. Wait, is that Moriarty in disguise? No. Passers-by suggest using a cab near the Harbour Master's building to travel there. Why not over the other cabs? Did they have specific routes back in the day? But this dude knows everything. How about that? Yeah. Just had a feeling about him when we walked past him the first time. I was like, I'm going to ask him. And I'm going to ask him again, and then again, and then again. And he just has all the information. No, I wonder if that's just the game design, though. Like, specific people were spawned that were like, these are the ones who can help you with your investigation, and then everyone else can't, because you can ask a bunch of people, and they're like, I don't know. And then you walk to the person next to them, and they know. I wonder if they're just fixed, and it's nothing to do with the individual information they know. It's just, this is a helper, this is not a helper. It's as simple as that. Hi there. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to charter your carriage. You cannot return.
Got a spot in mind.
French Quarter, and get us there fast.
You hear that, Watson? We can't come back for your luggage now. Although it's in the water anyway, it doesn't matter. I do hope you paid for that room. Watson?
I'm not used to this warmth and humidity. Hopefully our Arneson has a shady garden.
Mm-hmm. It does have a kind of a humid look of it. So the jewel seller who sent the telegram is A. Arnson in the French Quarter. We can ask around and see if people know him. We don't have our friend anymore, though. Damn, oh, damn, we got a lot of investigation to do here. Wow. I'm gonna guess it's the very big house in the circle. The most... yeah, and the fact that there's tentacles in the water nearby. It's him. He's the one. He's the dude.
Hello, Watson. The opulent mansions and stifling heat remind me of my time in the Mediterranean.
Reminds me of Cordova again. Cordona,
Do you
sorry.
think you shall ever return? I don't know. That place was home to some of my greatest memories and some of my lowest moments.
Yeah, does he really want to go back to Cordona? I don't think so. I doubt very much it's this place. We gotta ask people before we actually get to know, though, right? So let's just run around and check out the location. What is this? Ooh. Oh, it looked like a gate at first, and I'm like, they've tied up the entrance. Oh, no, it's just two logs bundled together and stacked against a wall. This guy might know. Hi there. Excuse me.
May I ask for your assistance?
I'm bone tired, but
Everybody's bone tired here, guys. Is that just like the most popular saying in like Louisiana? I don't know. I'm bone tired. I can help you. It's just like the matter-of-fact way everybody says, sure, whenever you ask for a help. I'm bone tired, but I can help you. They might have just got out of bed and they're bone tired. Locals say Mr. Arnson's mansion has a large gate adorned with bisons. Ooh, bisons. I do like bison. Still salivating over that bison roast that I had the other day. Num num num. It was very good. It was very good. Smoked bison. Oof. Yep, there it is. Well, well, I told you folks. Let's have a look around the whole town though, in case there's a little side quest we can do here. That's his barn, I guess. That's where he keeps the bison. I think. I don't know. Were there... What? Oh, okay. Were there many bison in Louisiana? I don't know. It doesn't seem like the climate for them, but maybe. Might be a bit too hot for all them big, shaggy, furry animals. Ow. That's what passes for ambient dialogue, apparently. It's like we're in The Sims. And you're like, what the hell are my Sims saying? It's like, they're like extras in a, in a Star Wars movie.
Lord help me.
Like they're speaking Huttese.
Excuse me, miss. Are you all right? What is your name?
Eula, sir.
Waiting for someone, Eula?
Yes, sir. My brother Davy. He works for Mr. Arneson in that mansion yonder. Been 5 days now since I last heard from
He's
him.
dead, sorry.
Come now, why all
Probably
the
put in a box and sent to the
Something
Edelweiss
happened to
Institute.
Davy. I feel it in my bones.
He's in
Think he may have
Switzerland.
left the premises.
No, sir. Davy, he ain't like you and me. He's smart in some ways, but he can't talk. Not a word. He's pure and kind.
Fear not. We will look for your brother. One
just add it to the
presumes
pile
this
of
gate
missing
is
people.
locked. Is there any other way inside?
There's another entrance through the stables you could try. That's where I meet Davy normally, but I couldn't get in. See, I couldn't find the key. It wasn't in its usual spot. Please hurry, sir. Find him for me.
Horror at the door. Ooh. The horror. Okay, so we do have the question, but no information. It's going to be all observation based. Okay. What happened to him? So supposedly there would have been a key in the usual place. Oh, here we go. Padlock, oil, traces of mud, often used.
I rather wish my lockpicks had not been lost in the river.
Along with all our clothes, books, tea.
The tea! Oh my god, they dumped the tea in the harbour. What is it with these Yanks? I swear to god. That's probably why he did it. It was like, wait, there's tea in this suitcase? In the water with it! Steel, sturdy and intact. What do we got here? Locked from the inside. It is strong. And then broken stemmed, chipped edge. Hello? Oh? I found the key.
This must be the key to the stables.
It's in the unusual place. I don't know why it would be there. You know, what it's got to do with cracked. Maybe it was thrown in there. And it hit the pot and chipped it and then, like, somersaulted over the edge or something. And broke some stems. It must have thrown it with some force, like... Tossed it like a freaking ninja star. Let's see then. What do we need to... Use this here, maybe? We pin it and then we go click. And gone. Whoop. In we go. Hello, stable inspector.
Poor animal has been suffering for days.
It's dehydrated, Holmes.
Oh.
Without water, it will die.
Oh no! Horse abuse. That's awful. That is just goddamn awful.
Mr. Arneson's cab is still here.
So, the horse has been abandoned. The cab is still here. What are the odds we're gonna find a corpse or two inside this house? I think we might. Cayenne pepper?
Cayenne pepper. Half empty. Or as Watson would say, half full.
There's half of it left is generally what I would say. Half a can. There you go. It's just, you know, the neutral way to say things. There's no special observations, I guess, right? Oh wait, no, that's just the... Somebody came in and just lit all these candles again, all these little oil lanterns or whatever they are. What do we got here? Don't really... Ooh. Blood. I think. Is it? I don't know. Or some kind of red powder. It looks more powdery. I'm gonna say it's looking a bit more powdery.
This might be useful.
Oh yes! Give the horse water. Yes, we can do this. And then the horse will tell us things. No, I might do though. It's, you know, it's one of them games, right?
At
Here you
least
go.
That's one life saved.
Oh, poor horsey. Come on, drink. I think, you know, it's gonna need a bit more than water. The horse is gonna need somebody to come and take it away from here and rehabilitate it. Feed it. You know, like, have some food, clean it, because it's been left to lie in its own muck. Just awful. I do not approve of animal abuse, in case you guys, you know, and neglect, in case you guys can't tell. Like, if you're gonna take the responsibility of owning another life form, live up to that responsibility and look after them. You know? Well, we should probably stick to the path and check around. Is there anything else we should... Oh, I should probably pin that now. Ooh. Okay, so there's clues and stuff here. Investigation scene found. We got prints coming in and out. We got booty kind of prints. Could they be the same from outside the captain's place where Kimahir was
Size
abducted?
10. The owner's footprints were shallow.
No, I think they were smaller than a 10, right? They were like 9s or 8s.
Size 10. The heels are sinking into the ground.
Oh,
Look here, Doctor. 2 sets of footprints
Carried.
left by the same person, yet they vary in depth. What do you conclude?
Perhaps they arrived empty-handed, but left carrying something heavy.
a
Precisely.
person,
We'll make a detective of you yet, Watson.
but not necessarily. Oh, ooh. It looks like,
There's blood here.
yeah. Blood and scraping marks. Drag marks.
Do you smell that, Holmes? Something bad happened here.
Is that a dead body
I
we
know.
smell?
Be prepared for anything.
Can I go back out?
Horrors happened
Can I go
here.
back outside? Let's just scout the outside fully first, before we go diving into the interior. I mean, we could always follow the prints down to the river.
More boot prints.
Yeah. Even more boot prints.
More boot prints.
Root almost ripped out. Tripped, maybe? Ah! Urana! Hello! Nice prints you got there. I see you noticed my prints. What have we got? More blood. Blood.
These fingers were severed with a
fingers.
single
Ew.
clean stroke, but I don't see the thumb or middle finger.
The thumb or middle finger. That's weird. So they cut them off individually.
Luxurious shoes, size 9.
Okay. Slight indent palm print. So tripped and fell over basically on the route, probably.
Boots, size 10.
Those are the boots. Those hands there, look. Are we in Death Stranding? Is that what this is turning into? Just all the handprints everywhere, the little oily handprints. They look small by comparison. They look like kids' handprints.
Look, Watson, animal prints.
Oh, animal print.
What kind?
They're also little animal prints. Like, you know, like raccoon prints or something, that kind of animal, or possum-y or whatever, yeah. Eee. Watch out for a sassy baby in a fluid tank. I know, right? Where's BB? Where is BB? How's things going today, Urana? Hopefully you're well. See, this is the thing with these guys. They drag bodies around and they don't check for protruding nails that snag some cloth. This happened several times.
Soft and elegant.
Ooh, soft and elegant. Like pajama-y type things. Rich people. Blood. Okay, well obviously they were
No sign of a boat.
taken away by a boat. Somebody came in on a boat, went to the house, grabbed the dude, dragged his ass down here, chopped his fingers off. Could be that small animals made off with the thumb and middle finger, since they're not here, because it's either, you know, a thing came down and chopped the fingers off like a cleaver, whack, you know, or they chopped them off with a knife, or they did them individually and for some reason didn't take those two fingers, like the finger and the middle finger and the thumb, which makes little sense to me. Unless there's some particular culty Lovecraftian reason that venerates the middle finger and the thumb or something. And they're like, oh yeah, this one cult, they only leave the middle finger and the thumb. You know, some obscure reference from some story. Maybe. You never know, actually. Oh. Hello, lady. See, I made it
You're
in.
inside? Have you seen Davy?
Not yet.
Not yet, miss.
Not
Here we
unless
are.
Davy is the horse
Please
that's
look, my little
dehydrating in the
brother.
shed. In which case, yes, I have.
Sir, if
Would you like to
find
come in?
Davy, please come tell me.
You don't want to come in? I can open the gate for you now that I'm here. No? Okay. Just gonna let me do all the work. Fine. All right then. Someone was flipping their fingers. Yeah, maybe. It's like, well, we need the middle finger and we need the thumb because they are used in two very universal hand gestures that can be important. One is a thumbs up or down, either way. You know, if you're like officiating a gladiatorial tournament, very useful. The other one is a middle finger for when somebody cuts off your carriage at an intersection. You need to express yourself. Or if they're tailgating you, you know, their horse is right up behind your carriage. Yeah. See, they had road rage even back in these days, probably.
No way in.
Right, so we couldn't go in through the front door. No, that's just leaves. I was like, are those spots of blood as well? So it looks like the only thing to investigate on the exterior is just around the back. That's where all the action happened. Yes, that's the thing I said. So let's move on from it. All right, so we got the smell of death.
This place sets my teeth on edge,
Oh,
Holmes.
dead people. I see dead people. Dead kitchen staff.
Watson, would you please lend me your medical expertise?
She's
I'll do my
dead.
best.
Yes, I conclude with my medical.
Holmes, there's another
Where is
victim.
he? Jesus. Watson just ran to the other side of the house. Let's see. Like, well, I can tell you she's quite clearly dead. Possibly stabbed in the
An
chest.
enormous blow shattered her ribcage.
Wonder how long she's been dead. A few days is what we understand.
Extremely sharp and deadly.
I doubt they used that to chop the dude's fingers off down by the river, though.
Blooded, broken nails. The poor woman tried to put up a fight.
She may have injured somebody, though.
A wound like this could only be dealt by a man of incredible strength.
And cruelty.
Strength and cruelty in one person? Goodness me. Well, doesn't look as though there's anything else. Do I need to pin anything specifically? Watson needs to examine the dead body. Well, we just did. He doesn't have Holmes's focus vision, though. But there was a dead dude in here as well. Groundskeeper, perhaps, or the stable guy, judging by the hay on the legs.
Hay on his trousers suggests a gardener or groom.
Yeah, groom, that's the word I was looking for. It was like stable guy.
The hand can bend freely. Rigor mortis has passed.
Another
A
stab.
deep stab reached the man's heart. Clean edges suggest a sharp blade, but the wound is too wide for an ordinary knife.
Yeah, it's like a big, wide, ritual, like, type knife.
His corneas are already clouded. This man has been dead for a week. The result of a sharp object piercing his heart.
You are mostly right. But I would bet he died 5 days ago. Heat and humidity will have accelerated the decomposition.
Holmes, excuse me, but I'm the doctor here.
Mr. Arneson with his prey.
Ooh, you go grouse shooting, huh? Or whatever game bird they have in
Someone was
Louisiana.
bleeding, but it doesn't look lethal.
So he was probably here, enjoying a drink, when people busted in and, you know, here are the... Ooh, the candlestick! The candlestick in the dining room, guys. Here we
The
go.
vent end of this
Colonel
candlestick
Mustard
has blood
has
on
been
it.
here. Documents were burned in the fireplace. Burnt note about telegram. I've intercepted a strange telegram to Ashmat. Is that the A we're needing to find? And this guy's just a pawn. It is utterly cryptic. I cannot make heads nor tails of it. The mailman confirmed the telegram was definitely for Ashmat, so he must know what it means. The rest of the note is unreadable.
Burnt papers, now completely unreadable.
Damn you, fire, my old nemesis. Oh, it's like a barefoot stepped over on the muddy footprint.
Someone smaller walked over these boot prints.
Somebody smaller with bare feet. There's candle wax drippings.
A trail of wax leads to the door.
Okay. And that's got everything to do with this, I guess.
The candle was burning when it fell.
So somebody came here with holding a candle in the dark, stepped on the muddy footprints, dropped it when they saw the carnage, maybe, that was in here. These candles have burned down to stubs. I love the little environmental details like that in these games. Even though they're not things that Holmes needs to look at, we can look at them and be like, ooh, we put together a little picture. And here's where the candlestick should have been. Circular scratch marks and wax drops. So maybe somebody took the candle from there. Oh, that would be this candlestick was used, and that was the candle that was on it. This candle belonged in a different room. Okay. That's probably the servants' quarters. Let's just reorient ourselves from the door where we came in. We have all this to look at still. Excuse me. Get out of the way, Watson. Dried mud with peat. Okay, so boggy, basically. Which trail in dust and blood
Drops
droplets.
of blood, but not from a mortal wound.
So he was dragged out into the hallway and then out this way, probably. What is that? A letter from a locksmith. Imagine you driving your carriage late at night back home, then some a-hole is flaring their high lanterns, blinding you. I know, right? It's like, dude, dip those lanterns. What are you doing? You extinguish one of the candles, please. You're using both. He takes over at surprising speed. Yeah, like, asshole. And then you catch up to him at the next red light anyway, and it's like, what was all that rush for? It's a good job you saved several seconds getting to the red light where you now have to stop. Weirdo. Mr. Arnson, I am happy to know that you like the work carried out in your study room. It was a challenge and the most difficult job I've done. The lock was handmade to create the mechanism in accordance with your requirements. I added a magnetic bezel that must be activated to open the lock, as requested. It is hard to see the keyhole if you don't know where to look. Tell your friends about me! The guy's name is J.G. Locke, with an E. Locke. Locke and Sons Locksmithery. That's a man who all his life knew exactly what he needed to be when he grew up. You know? Yes, we come from a proud line of Locke family, and all we do is make locks. It's our thing. It's what we do. We're well known for it. As the name suggests, my great-grandfather, he changed our family name to Locke when he first became a locksmith because he thought it was funny. And we've all been locksmiths since then. Let's check upstairs before we go checking those downstairs rooms. What do we got here? It's looks like a duck. Looks like a duck that's just kind of like hung upon a wall with like a nail through its leg. What? That's weird. Look, rich folk, they've got strange taste. Okay, we got a bathroom.
What I wouldn't give for a nice bath right now, Holmes.
Well, don't use this one, it's filthy. Look at it, it's gross. They haven't washed it out or anything. Doesn't look as though there's anything useful in here. I've noticed as well, all the rooms have different plaques on the front of them. It's like freaking Resident Evil. It's like we're in the Umbrella Mansion. Oh no, we gotta find the shield and the sword key and all that shit. And okay, what we got here? Cigars. We found the smoking room. Louisiana wetlands.
A dull book about local geology. Even I'd struggle.
It's so dull. Oh my goodness. A letter from Lakovka. My dear friend, the boy is a genius. Despite seeing a fraction of my formula, he recreated and solved it. It is a function that it is a function that young students have serious trouble with. Your Davy is a prodigy. Okay, we're learning about Davy. All right, they dragged him out. You mean they put him they put on makeup on him and dressed him up? Not that kind, no. And if it was, we don't judge. It's like, fine, whatever, you know? If it makes them happy. What surprises me even more is that when I ask him any question, the boy writes answers that are your direct quotes or mine. His memory is impeccable. I know you took the boy under your wing to take care of him, but I'm asking you to let me hold some lessons with him. I truly believe that with your help, this boy can shine and change the world. Lakovka. Okay, well that's Davy. Anything else?
Dashing portrait of Mr. Arneson.
Nothing else in here we can poke at, though. We will do all the solvings of all the location things when we've found all the clues that we've already been in. What is this one? See, look, the sword. I found the armory, Watson. Let us arm ourselves. It quite literally is a room filled with severed arms, though. Oh. Now, this is a study. Of course. We need to find the keyhole. Watson, are you the keymaster?
Today started poorly and went downhill from there.
Let's have a look. Check his desk. Let's snoop on all the things. Can't open any of the drawers. We can't look at that. What about this picture?
Arneson and Davy seem to have got along well. He looks more like a son than a servant.
Mm-hmm.
Arneson and Davy.
1881. So if he was the... Well, this is only like... That was a year ago. This is 1882, right? So we're not looking for a grown-up. I thought with the sister outside and saying he was a servant, I mistakenly thought grown-ass man. No, child. Because, of course, it was the day, right? You know. Look, raccoons. Told you those prints outside would be a raccoon.
Fauna of Louisiana. Full of things that bite, no doubt.
Nom nom nom. And eat severed fingers in the bayou. New Orleans Star. Nude Pied Piper. Foreigners missing in New Orleans.
Pied Piper. Foreigners missing in New Orleans.
I just said that, Holmes. You don't need to repeat it. Okay? Just... Whatever. Just let me know if you're going to do that in the future, Holmes. It makes me look silly on the stream. Especially if your line delivery is better than mine. Then it's like, oh... Dear Errol, I do want you to find what you are looking for, but I can't deny my misgivings are growing with each passing day. I fear the worst. I'm worried about you, about what you're doing. My heart stops when I think about where you look for your answers. I would have given them to you. I would have given anything so you might stop disappearing. Errol, please, you must stop. We have something beautiful together. Isn't that enough? I hope to hear from you soon. I love you, L. L, you say? Where's the thing? I think Mr. Arnson's first initial is E anyway, isn't it? So that he would be, we know his full name now is Errol. So L would be like his wife, girlfriend, mistress, whatever.
Note the blade, Watson.
Oh.
A curved dagger, probably of Persian or Indian origin.
They have curved
9 or 10 inches,
swords.
I'd say.
Curved swords. So we're looking for a warrior from Hammerfell, or wherever it was. It Hammerfell? I don't remember now. I don't think there's anything else in here for now, but we will find the study. The secret lock. It's gonna be the eye of this lizard, though. Yep, I can already tell. It's the eye. It just looks slightly different from the rest of the asset. Okay, what are we looking for, though? We have a letter from the locksmith. We can pin that. Maybe that will help us find the actual thing. Yep, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. There's an A. An A shape. There it is. So we need to find the actual lock now, don't we? Man, I've still got 2 things to locate. Oh my goodness. So many things to look for. Well, we should repin this for now. What is this? Aha! This is a research thing. We need to actually search the archive for this. An animal near the severed fingers. The animal left small paw prints. Impressions are fairly shallow, indicating the animal weighs around 12 pounds. Severed fingers had been nibbled on, bite marks, and the line of the jaw being relatively small, suggesting vermin or small dog. bourbon, probably. It would be a mammal, I guess. Maybe that's not necessarily what we pin. Carnivore? But could be an omnivore. Omnivore isn't there. We can definitely put 10 to 50 pound habitat bayou. Ah, there we go. Raccoons. Don't know exactly what this gives us. Oh, hey, Inti. Sorry, I was hyper-focused. I'm investigating. How's it going, Inti? Nice to see you. Yes, Your Honor, we found the a-hole. Thank you for saying what I wasn't going to, because, you know, standards, but fine. Oh my god. Yes, locksmith, I'd like you to make me an a-hole. What? You heard me. I'll get busy. Put it in the lizard's eye. Oh my god, you're weird, sir. My electric toothbrush couldn't be delivered. The person couldn't be bothered? That sounds like shit. I'd be contacting the delivery company and being like, so you're going to refund my delivery cost, right? Because that's terrible. Oh my god. Hopefully you get that sorted out, because that's terrible. The increasing number of raccoons in urban areas has provoked diverse reactions in humans, ranging from hostility at their presence to concerned care. Some people are even taking them as pets and putting video reels of them on Instagram. It's weird. Oh, that hasn't been invented yet. Close proximity to humans results in behavioral changes in how raccoons live and interact with people. For many generations, humans and raccoons have developed an invisible ecosystem that the animals now rely upon when finding food. Raccoons are fond of stealing food from local households. They typically nest inside tree cavities, fallen and dead logs, and other secure, isolated places. Excuse me. Raccoons usually do not prey on domestic cats or dogs. Isolated cases of attacks have been reported. The majority of attacks are as a result of rabies that can afflict raccoons. To protect your household against raccoons, you might consider certain strong scents. Spicy smells can be used as an easy and effective raccoon repellent. A small bottle of cayenne pepper mixed with a gallon of water provides quite a powerful mixture to repel wild raccoons. That's why we found it in the stable. That was weird. I'm like, why is there cayenne pepper in the stable? I didn't say it, but I was thinking it. Okay. Spray this pepper solution around the plants and bushes and other vegetation. So that's probably where the groundskeeper was like preparing like a bucket of water with it and then took it out and sprayed it. If you're trying to deter raccoons from prowling your chicken coop, spraying around the perimeter as well. Oh, probably did that as well around the stable, you know, to keep raccoons out of the hay loft or whatever. If you don't have cayenne pepper, Epsom salt is a good alternative. Just 15 cents per brick. At current prices? I don't think so. With current inflation? No way. Okay, well, we answered that question. So now we're just kind of trying to find the rest of this stuff. We've got all three possibilities here, so let's at least work through that. Right now they say I should pick it up, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, if I'm going to pick it up from you, you need to give me my money back. That's not how you don't pay for delivery for it to not be delivered and you go fetch it. That's not how it works. Yeah, that is ridiculous. Raccoon infested city. You could call it Raccoon City. I did say we're in the Umbrella Mansion. Oh, the signs were all there, guys. Oh my God. Yes. The signs were all there. We didn't pay attention. Okay, so she's like, oh no, somebody threw this. Nah, that's not the kind of thing. They didn't throw the cleaver. She was using the cleaver to chop this pig's head up or something that's on the table. He didn't use the cleaver on her. I mean, he might have done, though. We don't know. Throw a hatchet. Jeez, I don't know. I don't know, actually. What do we believe happened to this woman again? Does it tell us about the body? Do we have... We don't have any information. Oh, it could be here, though. It could be in this. Inside the parlor, a dead man lies near the fireplace, blah, blah, blah. In the kitchen, a dead maid lies killed by the blow of significant force to the chest. The nails on her hand are broken. She probably resisted. Okay, so it would actually... I guess they did use the cleaver. It would actually be number 1. Because she's resisting there. If they threw something, she wouldn't have had time to, you know, fight back. There'd be no, as they say in CSI circles, no defensive wounds of any kind. So, you know... But in this case, Gil Grissom comes in and tells us there are defensive wounds, therefore she struggled against the table, and this cleaver was used. So there we go. Cool. Thanks, Gil. You have taught me much. Alright, what about... Oh, we haven't looked in these rooms down here either. But let's at least fill in the blanks for these, and we've still got 2 more circles to fill there. It's Trash Panda Central, yes. No, I don't think the drag marks are... Watson, could you please just move? You're in the way of my mental projection visioning thing. Yeah, they wouldn't be dragging a sack of dry goods. There was a body, however. Question is, what is the third one? I doubt very much this is the pig. This is not the pig that they drag. They wouldn't just be dragging pig carcasses through a rich man's house, you know. I mean, that's why the back door and the kitchen are adjacent to each other. They wouldn't have any reason to be dragging a pig from the freaking sitting room. So a body was dragged through here. Watson, you're in the way again. What do we say about this? All right, what do we got here? We got man coming in with cleaver in hand. I think the cleaver was acquired in the kitchen. Man coming in with curved knife, however, is probably how this worked. What's the third one? It appears there are other potentials here. Man, what is with this hatchet, Holmes? He's obsessed with this idea that the man had a hatchet. I don't get where that came from. That's just like, maybe it was a hatchet. It's a random stray thought, dude. So he would have come through here and then, bashed him with a candlestick, which we know probably happened as well, while he was sat at the fireplace reading, probably reading the note that then the attacker burned. Or, he came aflame. Oh no, I'm drunk, and he fell over. No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, it's... Huh? Why didn't it change? What's this one? Yeah, so, walloped with a candlestick. What was... There's 4 possibilities here, and 2 of them looked identical? What's different about them? Don't get what's different about these 2. Hi, Yuri! How's it going? What is different? Something's different between these 2. I mean, they're both wrong because the hatchet is involved, and there was no hatchet. Definitely not that one. How's it going today, Yuri? Hopefully everything is going well. We are figuring out the mysteries of a dead man in New Orleans. And then this guy was... Do we think he was killed with the hatchet as well? Like the guy killed... So, what did he do? We know it was one guy that came in. He came in with a curved knife, walloped this dude. And then they would have taken him away. And then this guy was killed. He wasn't killed with a cleaver. This guy was killed with the knife. Yeah. But not the hatchet. He was killed with the knife, so he probably interrupted. And then the maid, the cook probably got concerned about the noise, and then the guy went in there and killed her. Question is, why use the cleaver? Like, was the knife still embedded in this guy at the time? Culprit must be a Londoner. Never know. Could be. We are missing parts of the puzzle, though. We still have 2 scenes to figure out. And we do need to do conclusions as well. This door is locked. The door with a horse symbol. Also locked. Oh. We now have an additional scene. And all the information for it here. Interesting. But I don't think that happened, obviously. We know somebody came from here with an additional candlestick, because that candlestick from there and the candle on the floor, that's the stick there that was used to bludgeon the dude, right? And then another one was brought in and dropped here, but the trail of wax leads from this door. And it's a barefoot person who stood in the muddy footprint at a different angle, and oh no! And it's a small footprint, so we can assume this is Davy, I guess, so. Why do the ideas look like tentacles? The mysteries of Cthulhuism stuff. Yeah, Cthulhuism? Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. The mysteries of Lovecraftian nonsense and mythos. But probably because it's a Lovecraft crossover game. We don't need that one. It's not that one. Yeah. So it's this. It's this. Okay. Well, there is one that has 6 scenes now where it didn't before. Is it this one? It's this one. Interesting. So guy coming in with candlestick. Don't think so. The wax trail doesn't match. And he's coming in with different weapons. Oh, right, okay. Hatchet versus cleaver. Maybe that was the difference with the other one. I thought he had a hatchet in both, but it might be hatchet or cleaver. Like, the other two that looked the same. It's probably the weapon in the hand that was different, and it looked like 2 hatchets. We've just got one more scene. That might be outside. And what about this, this key? Yeah, the final scene is probably what happened over here, right? No, it must be inside the mansion. Question is, why would they cut off the fingers? Like, guy trips over, and then what? He just decides to chop his fingers off? It's like, how dare you trip over? One final scene that needs to be figured. We're missing a place. And it's probably not in here. You never know. I'm missing something before we can resolve the sequence of events. And I doubt very much it's in the bathroom. Could it be in the study? I don't think so. We have the right thing pinned. The door with the bell symbol is locked. We don't have anything to open this. We don't know what the key was. But clearly there's a room behind there, right? Just look how deep this room is. Not very. It literally comes to about here. And this room, the wall is where the door is. So there's a whole other room in there. There is a hidden room. We just need to figure out a way to get into it. And we have Holmes's radar pulse thing, but it's not picking anything new up. Door with the bell is locked. So is the door with the horse. What am I missing? Oh, there's a thing over there. I'm missing a... There's a cup of tea.
Tea for two. An odd glimpse of normalcy amid the horror.
This was probably the groom and the cook. Just having a kind of
Used kitchen towel.
a bit of downtime. A moment, as it were. There's hay there. Yep. This is the final scene, I guess, that we were... Yeah, this is it. So the two of them were here. What is that in hand? Spoon, I guess. There is a spoon, after all. But it wasn't two strangers, it was these two. They were having tea together when the commotion happened in there. And then the groom came to check on the master of the house and got attacked. The cook probably saw from the doorway, and then they charged in and fought, and he whacked her with her own cleaver and killed her. And then he would have gone back and dragged the body out afterwards. And then the boy, in the meantime, while that was going on, came out to check and found the dead body. Like, he wouldn't... I mean, I guess he would look that startled if he just saw the groundskeeper as well. But... By the way, I had an accident at work yesterday. Oh no, don't worry, I am okay. Workplace rules require me to visit the hospital. Yikes. Well, I'm glad you are okay, but yeah, it's always best to, you know, get checked out, and I guess they do it for liability purposes, right? Like, no, you have to follow through, because otherwise, if you aren't okay, then if it's like a hidden thing, like if you you whack your head or something, for instance, and you're like, no, I'm fine. No, go get checked out, because you might have a bleed or something, yeah, that could go a day or two, and then suddenly you're not okay, and it's too late, so makes sense, I guess.
An intruder entered through the back door at night, leaving mud traces in the hallway. Without being noticed, they picked up a candlestick and struck the man in the chair from behind. In the kitchen, two people were drinking tea, the workman and cook. They were startled by the noise of a falling body and went to investigate the parlor. The workman tried to subdue the intruder, but was stabbed by the attacker's knife. Judging by the wound, it was a curved blade.
Curved
The cook
blade?
panicked and fled back to the kitchen. The intruder followed, but since their blade was stuck in the workman, they used the meat cleaver on the table to kill her. Someone smaller arrived and discovered the carnage. They dropped the candlestick in horror and ran for safety to a room down the hallway. Meanwhile, the intruder returned to his first victim and dragged their stunned body away from the fireplace and out into the garden.
Okay, great stuff. Liability, yeah. I want to guess how many calls we get to transport someone from facilities or WE simply because the business wants to shift liability to someone else. Really? That's a... oh, Jesus. It's like, no. If the accident happened in your workplace, you can't shift liability, surely. That's dumb. Wow. That seems like just a waste. I'd be sending, like, if I was like, you know, the ambulance service dispatcher or whatever, I'd be like, oh, so we're gonna bill you for that ride, by the way. And send the bill to the company and see how quickly they stop doing that shit, because that's like unnecessary. I mean, if the person is incapable of going, like if it's an actual real accident and this person needs transporting to a hospital, cool. But if it's just like, well, they're okay, but we want them getting checked out, don't call an ambulance. That seems stupid. Security gates whacked into my lower leg because the security staff pressed the wrong button. Ouch. I'm glad you're okay, though. Yeah, absolutely. Walked in the yard with my own power and wheelchair. Again, I'm glad you're okay, though. Like, it wasn't actually a serious incident to begin with. Always best to err on the side of caution, though. Yeah, alright, that's whatever. I kind of guessed after I said it. I was like, my brain registered whatever. Alright, so I get the feeling what we need to do now is do some conclusionings. Let's see. So what happened to Davy? Let's just go with this first and see what we can do. We have observations. The mansion crime scene maybe has one part of it. Because there's a door with the bell symbol and is locked. We know that the door with the horse symbol is where the candle wax came from and then probably went back to. That's probably the kids' room. Parlor, dead man wise, near the fireplace, kitchen, blah blah blah. Gilded blow. Doesn't specifically say anything about the footprint, but I'm going to pin it anyway, just in case. The door with the horse symbol. The answer manner, the door is barricaded and won't budge. Someone inside is sobbing and breathing erratically. I didn't hear that. They didn't say anything about that. Person with a candlestick left a trail of wax droplets between the room with the horse and the door and the parlor. It appears they exited the room to investigate the noise and then dropped a candlestick when they reached the parlor, and they have small feet. Up. And we know that Davy is a small person. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, I got two of them right. Maybe not serious, but I was howling like a wolf because of the calf pain. I can imagine, yeah, like getting whacked still is gonna hurt, right? So, absolutely. Yeah, they do specifically, as you mentioned, it just sucks because it wastes 911 resources. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'd be like, if I were the dispatch controller or whatever authority controls that, I'd be saying like, great, send them a bill because they just wasted our time and resources for an unnecessary call out. Send them a bill. And again, see how quickly they stop. It's like when I had a PT Wiffle waffling. What is that? I don't know what that is actually. You'll have to fill me in there. Uncertain if they wanted to go. I'm guessing PT is patient. Wiffle waffling. Right. Okay, maybe that's what you meant. There was nothing wrong with them. Sign here or get in the truck. Yeah, I got that right. Okay, cool. Sign here or get in the truck because there's a cardiac arrest 2 blocks that way. Yeah. I don't usually lose my cool, but I was pissed. I would be. I mean, it's surprising when you hear the amount of, like, times it does happen when there's unnecessary call-outs for that kind of stuff. Where it's like, you didn't need an ambulance for this at all. Like, why did you call? Just seriously, it does so much damage, you know, especially nowadays, especially when resources are as tight as they are, because they're trying to micromanage everything to the point of making it profitable like a business. It's a service, first of all, so fund it as needed, but they're on such a shoestring to begin with, and then people are calling out frivolously. It's silly. That and crank calls, you know, I have no patience for people that do that. Painting, I don't think the secret lock has anything at all to do with it. Animal near the severed fingers. Yes, Davy turned into a raccoon and then ate the finger. No, I don't think that's what happened. The horrors, maybe this has got something in it that... Cook lies dead. A witness to the gruesome scene. Here we go. That'll be the evidence we need to pin. Ding! Yes! Eula's brother Davy is behind the door. See, Holmes needs to go through a torturous mental exercise to figure that out. We already knew that. We were like, oh, the kid's probably back there. Yeah. And he's like, hang on. I need to check every little bit of information in my brain. There we go. Where is Arnson currently? Let's do this while we're here. So, had a person we all knew on a first name basis abused 911 so much that dispatch stopped sending units most of the time. See, that's again, the thing is when that person has a real emergency, it's the boy who cried wolf thing, right? You know, they don't understand the point of that story, or they were never told it as a kid, you know? Or if they were, they weren't told the underlying message of, like, if you eventually need help, nobody's gonna come. And then, yeah. We were sent to the house and dispatch came over the radio and told us specifically it was not named person. Oh. Oh boy, yeah. Like, you gotta go there. It's not for that person, no. Just so you know not to roll your eyes like, here we go again. Like, oh wait, no, this is real. Okay. Just give people a financial reward if they show up without an emergency transport. That might work, potentially. I don't know. But then that's them paying out as opposed to getting paid for something bad. I don't know if that works. They could pay them out of the fund that is generated from people who have to pay for unnecessary court. There we go. It's a circling system. Yeah, that might work. Okay, where is Arnson currently? I don't think the letter from the locksmith, he's not in the panic room, obviously. He might be though. For all we know, it could be someone else that got dragged away, not necessarily Arnson. It could be. Could be his wife. Oh no. We got the raccoons. He was eaten by the raccoons. No. We got this letter. Doesn't have anything to do with that. Burnt telegram. Intercepted a strange telegram sent to Ashmat. It's utterly cryptic. Cannot make it. Maybe this Ashmat has something to do with this? And whoever L is... Arnson's cab is inside the stable, so he should be home. Maybe that's part of it. We'll just do this just to get rid of it. He's not in there. He's not in a panic room. Okay. Do this. I'm just going to see if any of these work. They probably won't. A letter from Elle and then the raccoons have obviously that's nothing to do with any of it. Okay. We don't have enough information about where Arnson currently is. How to learn the content of a burned message, though. Oh, nope, I don't need to do that. Maybe that coupled with The letter from Al and the note about the burned telegram. The note probably has... No. Interesting. Okay. I don't think we have enough information for that as well. The person was in the home for people with mental disabilities and would call 911 with chest pain just to get out of the house and get a sandwich at the ED and then leave. Oh no. 911 started calling the caregiver who worked at the place and basically asked if this person actually needed 911. Yeah. The time mentioned above was because we had to check someone out out per their policy after that named person assaulted another resident. Oh no. Past the PD cruiser, named person was in there while we were responding. Oh god. Sounds like a situation, yeah. How can the painting lock be open? Can we figure this out with what we have, maybe? We know about the secret lock. Backyard has nothing to do with it. Photo of the boy. That's a photo from in the study, though. Could it show us something that's missing, maybe? And the letter from the locksmith probably has something to do with that. No. It's not that observation. The door with the horse symbol... I mean, we know the kid's in there. Like, no, we don't get the kid out and then he opens it. Dying horse. I wonder if it's like a signet ring that's the part of the key, you know, and it's got something to do with the severed fingers. But that's not a thing we know about for now. Okay. I don't think we have enough information to figure the rest of this out. Let's just knock on the door. Excuse me, child. The carnage is long since over. You may come out now.
Please open the door.
Hey, Volk. How's it going?
Holmes, I doubt the young man would open the door
It's good to see you. He might actually be dead, you know, Watson. Come to think of it, he's been there for a week. He's probably died of starvation.
Davy, please open the door.
Davy, hello. It's going pretty okay. Good to hear. Funny thing is, that was the tamest nothing of a call, but it sounded like a story. Yeah, some things are right. When you explain it, people go, whoa, and then you're like, actually, it wasn't a big deal, you know, okay. Can we maybe see from outside? Like, can we go to Davy's window and knock? Be like, boo. Apparently not, no. Because that would be the room, I guess, and then this would be the bell room, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Well, one thing we can conclude is the kid didn't leave either. Unless, you know, he saw fit to close the you know, shutters afterwards on his way out. I don't think if you're running in panic, you would do such a thing. All right. You know what we could do? Yeah, kid's not gonna... Oh, we can't get out that way. Duh. Kid's not gonna open the door for some strange British voice. Oi, you in there, you want to open this door up? You know what I mean? It's Tuesday, innit, mate? You know, or whatever. They'll be like, what the hell is going on out there? I'm scared. I'm not opening this door. Let's get the sister. And be like, come in and tell this kid to open the door. We've got a mystery to solve. Sister's gone? Is she inside the stable, maybe? Did she actually decide to come in? What was that noise? What was that noise? Oh my goodness.
Watson, quick. Get it up.
Oh god. Oh boy. Whoa. Okay, she seems okay though. But there goes my plan. Jesus. I'll put it to you like this. The movie Code 3 is practically a documentary. I've never seen that. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. All right, Watson, do your thing. Help her out. What is this? Never mind the lady. Let's look at the clues. Note with threats. Do you think that in this city, the life of one English detective is worth more than that of a maidservant? Final warning, Mr. Holmes. Grub. Grub. Damn you, Grub! I don't know who you are, but damn you! This woman was innocent.
Ligature marks on her neck. There'll be a bruise, but she should be okay.
Doctor?
Okay.
Watson, speak to me. How is she?
We were
He's
just
fine,
in time,
Holmes. Kind of.
Eula is stable, but lucky to be alive.
Stable in the stable?
We should take her to a hospital for a further examination.
Yes. I fear I was wrong, Watson. The sheriff is not a man to be underestimated. To lynch
Grub.
an innocent woman
Sheriff
just
Grub.
to send a message, it's evil. We're not safe in this city, nor is anyone around us.
Then we must not dawdle. Help me get Eula to her feet.
No, no. I will not leave here without Davy.
Miss, please, we must get you help.
No.
Davy's in a
I will
room.
not be deterred. I will get my brother and bring him home.
Well, he's in the room, so go tell him to open the door, please, if you feel up to it, that is. I mean...